Welcome back to the AFT Die Season 6. It is round 5. Let's go to the first game. It is Melbourne versus Essendon. Let's go to the first quarter. First quarter, nearly done. Okay, first quarter, Melbourne have kicked 5 goals, 32 to Essendon, 139. All right, Melbourne are in front by 23 points. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Melbourne kicked 6 goals, 6 to Essendon, 2 goals, 1. And at half time, Melbourne are leading by 52 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, we've got Melbourne kicking 1 goal, 3 to Essendon, 4 goals, 1. And at three-quarter time, Essendon are down by 36 points. Let's go to the last quarter. Last quarter was very even. Melbourne win by 35 points. Essendon won the quarter by a point. They kicked 3 goals, 4 to Melbourne, 3 goals, 3. And in the end, Melbourne have won by 35 points. Final score, Melbourne 15-14, 104 to Essendon 10-9, 69. Okay, let's go to the next game. It is Adelaide Crows versus North Melbourne at Adelaide Oval. We've got Adelaide kicking 5 goals, 4-34 to North Melbourne, 4-6, 30. 4 points the difference at quarter time. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter even, 2-3 apiece. At halftime, still 4 points. Adelaide 49, North Melbourne 45. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Adelaide have kicked 6 goals, 2 to North Melbourne, 5 goals, 5. And at three-quarter time, Adelaide are in front by 7 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Adelaide Crows have won by 20 points. They kicked 4 goals, 6 to North Melbourne, 2 goals, 5. Final scores, Adelaide Crows 17-15, 117 to North Melbourne, 13-19, 97. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Hawthorn versus Collingwood at Marvel Stadium. We've got Collingwood kicking 5 goals, 5-35 to Hawthorn, 1-8 in the first quarter. Second quarter, we've got Collingwood. They've kicked 6 goals, 5 to Hawthorn, 4 goals, 2. And at half time, Collingwood are leading by 42 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, very even. Hawthorn 4-2 to Collingwood 4-1. And at three-quarter time, Collingwood are up by 41 points. Let's go to the last quarter. Last quarter, Hawthorn have kicked 2 goals, 3 to Collingwood, 1-4. But in the end, Collingwood have won by 36 points. Hawthorn, final score 11-9, 75 to Collingwood, 16-15, 111. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Giants versus Brisbane Lions at Giant Stadium. We've got Giants and Brisbane have kicked 6 goals, 2 in the first quarter. 12 goals in the first quarter, mind you. Second quarter, we've got Brisbane kicking 5 goals, 2 to GWS, 2 goals, 2. Brisbane are up by 18 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, even, very even. GWS, they kick 6 goals, 4 to Brisbane, 6 goals, 1. And it's 15 points Brisbane's way. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, GWS got over the top of Brisbane. They kicked 6 goals, 6 to Brisbane, 2 goals, 4 in that last quarter. Final scores, GWS 20 goals, 14, 134 to Brisbane, 19 goals, 9, 123. All right, let's go to the next game. It is match of the round. It is Sydney versus Gold Coast Suns at the SCG. We've got Sydney kicking 3 goals, 3, 21 to Gold Coast, 2 goals, 3, 15 in the first quarter. 6 points the difference. Second quarter, Gold Coast, they've kicked 5 goals, 4 to Sydney, 1 goal, 2. 20 points the difference at half time. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Sydney have kicked 6 goals 6 to Gold Coast. 6 goals 2. 16 points the difference. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Sydney have won by 9 points. They've come back in that last quarter, kicking 6 goals 4 to 2 goals 3. Final scores, we've got final score, Sydney 16-15, 111 to Gold Coast 15-12, 102. All right, next game, we've got West Coast Eagles versus Western Bulldogs at Optus Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. First quarter, Bulldogs, they've kicked 2 goals 5 to West Coast 1-3. West Coast are trying to keep their streak alive. Second quarter, West Coast 4 goals 6 to Western Bulldogs 1 goal 6. West Coast are up by 10 points at half time. 3-quarter time, West Coast have kicked 1 goal 3 to Western Bulldogs 1 goal 6. 7 points the difference to West Coast, 48-41, low scoring. And last quarter, Western Bulldogs, they've kicked 3 goals 6 to West Coast Eagles 1 goal 5, but in the end, Western Bulldogs have won by 6 points. So West Coast have lost their first game of the season. Final scores, 7 goals 17, 59 to Western Bulldogs, 7-23, 65. All right. Let's go to the next game. It is Port Adelaide versus Richmond at Adelaide Oval. Richmond have kicked 6 goals 5, 41 to Port Adelaide, 1 goal 1, 7. Richmond are trying to keep their streak alive with 5 wins. Second quarter, Richmond have kicked 5 goals 4 to Port Adelaide, 2 goals 3. And at halftime, Richmond are up by 53 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Port Adelaide have kicked 6 goals 5 to Richmond, 4 goals 2. And at 3-quarter time, Richmond are up by 38 points. Let's go to the last quarter. Last quarter, very even. Richmond, they've kicked 3 goals 6 to Port Adelaide, 3 goals 3. But in the end, Richmond have won by 41 points to keep their streak alive. That's 5 wins, first 5 wins. Port Adelaide final score 12 goals 12, 84 to Richmond, 18 goals 17, 125. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Geelong versus Carlton at GMHBA Stadium. And Carlton have kicked 3 goals 5 to 1 goal 5 in that first quarter. St Kilda are up by 12 points. Carlton, they've kicked 4 goals 4 to St Kilda, 1 goal 4. And we've got Carlton are in front at halftime by 6 points, 39-33. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, St Kilda have kicked 6 goals 5 to Carlton, 2 goals 3. And St Kilda are up by 20 points at 3-quarter time. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, St Kilda have won by 10 points. They've kicked 3 goals 3 to Carlton, 5 goals 1. But in the end, St Kilda have won by 10 points. Carlton, final score, 12-13, 85 to St Kilda, 13 goals, 17, 95. All right. Let's go to the last game of the round. It is Fremantle versus Geelong at Optus Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. First quarter, Fremantle have kicked 4 goals 3 to Geelong, 3 goals 4. 5 points the difference to Freo. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, very even. Geelong, they won it by 1 point. They kicked 2 goals 4 to Fremantle, 2 goals 3. And at halftime, Fremantle are up by 4 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Geelong have kicked 4-2 to Fremantle 2-5. And Geelong are up by 5 points at 3/4 time. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Geelong have won by 10 points. They kicked 2 goals, 1 to Fremantle, 1-2. Fremantle final score 9-13-67 to Geelong 11-11-77. All right, that concludes round 5 for die season 6. We've got a new leader, is Richmond. They've won the first 5 games of the season. And we've got Fremantle on the bottom, who have lost the first 5. The top 4 is Richmond, West Coast Eagles, Sydney Swans, Hawthorn. And then we've got remaining 4 teams in the 8, Melbourne, Adelaide Crows, Geelong, and St Kilda. All right, we've got Richmond and West Coast Eagles, the match of the round next round 6. Richmond on top, West Coast are second. Richmond are the #1 offense team and West Coast are the #1 defense team in the competition. All right, that concludes round 5. We'll see you next time on Sunday, the 4th of August, 2024.